Hello, I just won a game of Catan, which is very weird because there were 5 players, right? Let's see, there were 5 players total. And I set the victory points to 14, meaning you have to get 14 victory points to win. And I did that expecting that nobody would get 14 victory points and the game would just go on indefinitely. But this is the first time I did this. I literally won. I didn't even expect to win. I thought it would be impossible to get 14 victory points. But I guess maybe when you have 6 players, it's much more likely to be that nobody will get 14. But I guess I set it to 5 players instead of 6, and therefore I was able to get 14 victory points. Like, let's see here. How did I even do that? I guess the 3 victory point cards definitely helped because the only 3, well, not the only 3 development cards, but like most of the development cards I got were victory point cards. So maybe that's why. Like if I hadn't gotten these, maybe it would have ended in a draw. But yeah, I just kind of settled like a ton of settlements, and then got 3 victory points, and I won. Funny. Okay, now bye. Hi. I just did something in this game. So it's like one of the most, well, I don't know if it's one of the most difficult things to do, but so basically I have it set to 6 players, and I have the victory points required to win set to 14, and I just won with that setup for the first time. So basically the maximum amount of players, meaning it's much more difficult to get 14 victory points. But I still, and plus I set it to the maximum amount of victory points. So but I did it. So let's see, I settled, I'm green. I have 4 cities and 3 settlements. I have 2 victory point cards, and I got largest army. So that's how I was able to win. I actually have 15 points. What? Wow. So I don't know if this is, I don't really know what the peak accomplishment for Catan for this single player digital Catan thing is, but I'm just gonna guess that basically it's doing this except setting every AI level to master, because I have the AI set to rookie here, but if I set them all to master and I win in the same exact way, I feel like that might actually be the peak accomplishment of this particular game. So yeah, bye. Hello? So, I just won a game of Catan, and I'm not sure, but to me at least, I think this might be the best accomplishment you can actually get in a single player game of this digital version of Catan. But what I did was here's the setup for this game. There are 6 players, 5 of whom are AI. All 5 of the AI players are quote unquote masters, which basically is another way of saying that this is the highest difficulty level, or the most difficult AI to play against. I also set the game to 14 victory points, and I was able to win. And the reason I think this might be the best accomplishment is first of all, well, you're playing against 5 master AI for one, and secondly, Well, I don't know. Is it like inherently easier or harder to win when based on how whether there's more people you're playing against? But I think the more people you're playing against, maybe the harder it is to win. And the third thing is that I set the victory points to 14, and the more victory points there are, the more difficult it is to win. But I was able to win. I was able to get 14 victory points playing against 5 other people. This is a crazy game and like I did not really expect when this game started to actually win, because I had a really weird strategy. So like my first settlement was right here, and then my second one was here. So like my 2 starting settlements only had access to a total of 3 resources, but I did have 2 for 1 wood. So, and then I just kind of expanded this settlement all the way throughout this area here, and then I finally built this one. And I was going to build a settlement here, but I wasn't able to because of this person, but I still was able to win. So I guess my strategy was, well, in the early game, I just built tons of settlements, and then in the later part of the game, I just mostly just built a bunch of development cards, and I was able to win. Let's see, so basically, if you count up my points, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 from the settlements, 2 from victory point cards, and 2 from having the largest army. So, yep, I guess we're done, and good. Okay, bye.